All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you're tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel after you've watched the video. Today, we're going to be talking about how we were able to make over $18,000 in just 1 hour and a half, really 1 hour of trading. Absolute insanity today with the momentum. But what I will say is that I think if we continue to focus, continue to lock in, we can see many more of these types of days. And despite doing this well, there were still another 3 or 4 opportunities that we could have locked in on to have quadrupled this day. And so work is not done. Every day we got to keep improving. We got to keep pushing forward. And with that being said, I do want to remind you guys that if you're looking to improve and push forward, to check out the Merciless Markets course, the curriculum. For those of you looking to learn how to trade, check out Merciless Markets. This is where it all goes down, where you watching right now can learn this strategy with full transparency from zero to advance, okay? Check out the chapters. Check out all the perks that are included. Check out all the perks that are included because there's a lot of them, as you can see. Live trading archive library for myself, Marcelo, Triad. Our halt scanner, gap scanner, hive day scanner, which is all being streamed in the chat room every day. Check out everything that we have to offer, including our coaching calls, which are a part of the full package. All right. For those of you who want something a little bit more straightforward, check out the blueprint, which is just the full course along with the chat room subscription. Doesn't come with everything else. It's a little cheaper. Coupon code TEAM for 50% off. All right, guys. And don't forget, you will be entered into the raffle for a chance to win a trip to the next day trading team house, which is coming up mid-month next month. Mid-March, we're flying out to a new location and one lucky student is going to get the chance to win. So utilize coupon code TEAM. That way your name is entered into the raffle and you're going to get a chance to win. All right. Quick plug for those of you looking to improve and learn. Now, we're going to talk about how I found the stocks I traded today. We're going to talk about the key patterns I traded to get myself to this level of green. We're going to talk about how we can improve for tomorrow. And we're also going to mention our disclaimer towards the end of the video. And in fact, let's do the disclaimer now because we just have to remind the people that trading is risky. My results are not the typical results. Remember, it's all about learning, improving, gaining experience, becoming competent before risking a lot. So you utilize small accounts, small share size, practice and improve before being aggressive. And lastly, just a general tip. Remember, I do not invest for my subscribers. So be careful of fake accounts. With that being said, let's jump into the scanner. Momo Pro. This is the scanning software that I use every day to compile my watch list. Every single day I come to the scan and I see which stocks are moving up and which stocks are moving down. And you guys will see there's a ton of stocks here, some over even 100%. And in particular, what I'm looking for is a high gap, but also high volume, right? And we can also filter for volume here. I want to see a high gap, but I also want to see high volume. We have ATCH, which was our hot stock today, up over 200% at this point, still after pulling back with 118 million shares of volume. The float, aka the shares available for the public to trade, is at 8 million. So when there's 8 million in terms of supply and the demand goes through 118 million, don't forget the stock market is an exchange. People are buying, people are selling and trading back and forth. 8 million shares of volume and 118 million shares traded. That allows for an imbalance to the buy side or sometimes even to the sell side. But when we start to get that imbalance to the buy side, the stocks are volatile. They're moving up and down quickly. And that's what our hyper scalping strategy allows us to do. Thread the needle, get the good trades while minimizing our risk to then come out on the other side with profits. And that's how we've been able to be profitable over the months, years of our career, right? So that's how we fell in the stocks we traded. Now, there's two stocks in particular I want to talk about, PEPG and ATCH. PEPG, believe it or not, this ticker symbol was actually pretty strong into the open. Initially, our pre-market highs were around 275 coming in, and it did pull back slightly, low of 259, and then this thing ripped up to 312. Gave a quick 3-bar play right here, right? Pull back, low of 283, and then it ripped up to 377 before doing a bigger sideways consolidation and wedge pattern here, right? A bigger wedge. This is essentially a bigger bull flag, giving opportunities at bottoming wicks for lows, but also eventually breaking through the wedge here over 385 and ripping to 440. I'm very disappointed to not have made at least 1,000 minimum worst case scenario on this stock. Relentless, why did you not make at least 1,000 or more? Well, to start the day, we had 3 different stocks halted up from our watch list, meaning into the open they moved up so fast, so quickly that the market froze them from trading to give us time to, gather our thoughts. And so because we had so much going on early, my head was on a swivel. I was looking left, right, up, down. And despite seeing this stock and having it as one of my top stocks, I didn't give it my full undivided attention. And so when we had pullbacks like this one, I missed it. Missed the first move, missed the pullback, missed the candle to make the new high. Now, finally on this move right here, I made $700 in about 2 trades. And sadly, I gave it right back into this red candle and this move down. And I'm like, man, I took so long to build up a little something, and right away it was taken away, got caught on the drop. And I believe I followed my rule of using smaller size. So if we go back to 9:40 a.m. here, let's just reset for today. Let's go back to 9:40 a.m. You guys will see we have, so we're in at, I believe we're pulling back at this time, right? So coming up to 38, we're trying a few trades here. So we're in at 51, out at 59 and 65, smaller size, watching at the dips. And then eventually we're going to get blazed here. Let's see. We're going to get cooked in one of these trades, PEPG. So maybe it's a little bit more ahead, 944. We might have to pull up the tape because it looks like another decent win in here. A lot of wins with smaller size. Okay, here we go. 5,000 shares in at 4-1, break of 4, small gain. So again, at this point is where I'm up about 700. And then here we go, in at 31 out of 26, in at 22, small win there. In at 25 out at 11. This is where it started. In at 89 out at 64. Got absolutely smoked right here, and it's actually at 45. So right on this red candle, just got absolutely smoked coming down. Gave everything back in the blink of an eye. So a little disappointing. But now for the big 900-pound silverback gorilla. The big boy stock, the one. Every day we're looking for the one. The one, almost as if we're looking to get married here to a stock for the day, right? Which stock is going to be the hot stock? Which stock is going to continue into new highs? PEPG had a really good start, but was somewhat short-lived. We went up and right back down in the first 20 minutes of the day. Now, ATCH, on the other hand, this one started off and gave a much bigger move before pulling back. And I really and truly saw it right here around the halt level is where I got involved. I did notice it here, but again, PEPG was moving, other stocks were moving. Wasn't quite sure if I wanted to jump in just yet. But after this thing ripped up over 580 is where I knew, okay, this thing means business. We ripped up so much, we got halted up at 689. And this is where I got my first good trade, is in the classic MMU pattern, dip and rip, right? Dip and rip. If we were to come down here into chapter 24, right here, halt down trades, halt trades, halt down trades. Right here, guys. Edge 14. Edge 14 was in full display. I was able to make about 3,000 actually in this area right here of the move. So the stock halted up at 689, dipped down to 635, and rips up to 770 before giving what we like to call a baby pullback. A baby pullback is when there's a dip in either the same candle or a new candle without really closing red. For example, this right here, we'd call this a 1 minute pullback, right? Indicative and relevant to the 1 minute chart that we're using here. But there's a pullback into the new candle here, and then it rips back up before it closes, so we still end green. So a bit of a baby pullback here into an actual 1 minute pullback, and then again a 3-bar play. So it's why I'm saying I could have done way better, is because in areas such as this right here, I could have used way more size and would have already been up 20,000 right here. Because where I did make the money, right? I had like a 10K trade after this consolidation. I'm in a good rhythm and I'm watching the 5 minute candle to make the new high, which ends up happening right here. So when we start to have more churn, I'm zooming out to the 5 minute chart. Okay, we're going sideways. And remember all the time, right? Always. This is where we say it's not rocket science. Every time there's this, right? Every time there's this, where it's still a consolidation. Are we going to go up or are we going to go down, right? Likewise here, are we going to go up? 5 minute chart. So watching this area, being in a good rhythm, we knew that right here as the 5 minute candle made the new high. And if we check the price, this is around 967. And right here we had 997, a bit of a flat top right here. So break of 11 essentially. And then high of day was then at 1070. So I jumped in aggressively right here for the 1 minute candle, made the new high. And this thing ripped up to 1148 and then proceeded to dip, give us a mini bull flag. So in terms of the pattern I traded, right? The bull flag pattern, one of the most recurring patterns in the world. The bull flag pattern is not native to MMU, but what is native to MMU is how we trade it in the sense of how we scalp. We are hyper scalping, and the trade only took 3 seconds. I was in and out of this candle in 3 seconds, guys. 3 seconds. $10,000 in 3 seconds. But of course, it took me years to get this good, right? Years of practice, blood, sweat, and tears. So just to keep in mind, it's not get rich quick for anybody new. Don't feel like you can just come today and then you still have to put in the work, months to get this good, right? There's a few geniuses who figured it out in weeks, but that wasn't me. I took years, right? I took a while. Now, of course, if you're following the blueprint, right? If you're following the blueprint, it cuts down on your learning curve, right? Which is why it's good to have a good mentor. So again, the bull flag. No matter how you twist it and turn it down here, this is a bull flag. Just picture your country's flag. Picture the American flag, whatever flag you want to picture. Stars and stripes, right? You give it the little dots. This is a bull flag, right? Up, sideways consolidation. And are we going to go up or down? And right here we get a miniature flag, another miniature flag, and this resolves into a higher move. That's how we were able to dominate. A lot of people will ask me, Relentless, what did you do differently today than other days? One, I'll say the stock was smooth. We've been seeing smooth stocks the last week and a half, or last 5-6 days. We've been seeing smooth stocks for this hyper scalping style. One, meaning the moves are somewhat linear, the fills are decent. That's what I mean by smooth. And then on top of that, I'm in a good rhythm, right? Because again, it's it's a little easier to read in terms of the candlesticks. It's not just doing foolishness because sometimes these stocks, it's like a free for all. Sometimes, other times it's more predictable, right? Relentless. What did you do differently? Not that much, other than being a little bit more aggressive in key areas. And that's what it comes down to for me. I still think we can do this every day. There's a hotter stock, but it's all gonna be up here, mentally. Guys, at this level in the game, it comes down to inches. It comes down to the fine line. It comes down to being sharp mentally and staying that way forever. Not having off days, not having down days, not having down time, not coming in lackadaisical, not coming in la la land, but coming in with a high level of focus every day. Today I was a little late. Got to make sure I show up on time, right? All these things matter. They matter. They help you out in a lot of ways. So the biggest demon I've been facing over the last 9 months has just been staying focused, staying consistent, taking every single trade I see. Back in April, March of last year, had a really tough time trading the strategy and started to second guess a lot of the trades, not jumping in every area that I see, trying to be cautious. And it really put a bit of a dark cloud in my mind for a long time. So still, even now, trying to overcome, trying to be better. Did we make money from April, March of last year till today? Yeah, but not the amount we could have done if we're in a place where we're at the edge of our comfort zone, looking to conquer, looking to expand. Almost as if you're looking for new territory. We got to expand on the bounds of our comfort zones and build up a fortress and a new empire, a bigger empire, conquer our minds. Right now it's all up here. And what I can say is that if I can see it in my mind, I can hold it in my hand. And I see these days, I mean, there's so many days in the live stream you guys will hear me say, oh, if I was trading better, I could have been up 10, 20K, right? How many times have I said that 1,000 times almost every day in every video. So when people see these numbers now, and I don't want anybody to think that this is just some stroke of luck or like this is what we see. We know we're doing this right. We're real. As crazy as this sounds, we're here. We go through the process of doing this trading thing, and we can see what's going on. Hey, if I'm using more size. Hey, if I'm more disciplined. Hey, if I'm where I need to be mentally to just hit that buy button, take on that risk. Then here's a 50K day smiling at me, looking me into the eye to eye. And so we have to keep pushing ourselves. This is nothing new. This is the same story. We've been talking 5 years now. 5 years. 5 years of this same story. And there's some people who will advance quicker, faster, because they're on it mentally. They're on it. But me, I've always been the guy in the classroom that had to go back for tutoring 5 times. I don't know why. There's some things right away I get it. Other times I get math. Man, I have to go after school for tutoring. Then I have to go on YouTube for tutoring. Then I have to go to one of my peers to help me out. And then I have to go. By the time I'm done, the class has already moved on 2-3 chapters. I'm now getting out chapter 3, right? So no matter where you are in this spectrum, there's only one thing that we can do, and that's to move forward, push forward. Whether today's a rough day, rough month, doesn't matter. Tomorrow's a new day and another chance for us to improve. And that's all this is. The goal for me is that on every hot day, this is the type of performance that I expect for myself. Every single hot day, there is no excuse. And we cannot hide. We cannot shy away. We cannot be afraid. At the end of the day, this is the career that we chose. We chose this career. We asked to be in the market. No one is forcing us to be here. So whatever demons we're fighting, there's no way to run, there's nowhere to hide. It's only about overcoming and progressing and pushing forward. We're all facing different battles. Sometimes it's similar. So let's look ourselves in the mirror and look forward to improving. And to end on this note, remember to always cut the trades, always respect your stop. Because whilst this stock did go from 4 to 13, it is now back at 550. And this is why short sellers are always still excelling and making money. Even if they might have lost some going up. Once we got to high of day, people are short all up in this zone right here. And it's a good short. Stops at the highs, tight risk, risking maybe $1 or $2 a share. And this thing is down $6. You know, risk to reward, right? So as a long bias trader, let's make sure to never hold past our stop, because we do not want to be in the situation of holding a stock like this going down. All right. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Check out those links down below for the classes. Check out the link for the scanner. Remember, if you do want to join the chat room and you want to be a part of the fun, be sure to check us out here at on Discord, the Relentless Trading chat room. All right, check us out. And you can always come and see how our students are doing. All the pink names, a lot of the green and red names are also students, right? So be sure to check us out. We have a lot of people killing it, doing well. Jilly, so far, nice solid month. Shout out to the entire chat room, the entire team getting it done. Tim, 19,000. Marcelo, 11,000. Dash, PR Day, 3,700. Mr. Man, 1,200. Save, 58,000. Zay, 280. Hollis, looks like a nice 1,400. Some people smaller size, process over profits. So $2 here, 1,500 here from Shay, 190 there, $14 there, 412, $4.80. Enzo, Mr. Process over Profits, 102, and the list goes on. So hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check out the chat room. The chat room, guys, is just $14 a month. $14 a month to be a part of this greatness. $14 a month. All right. So hit that thumbs up. You guys can find all the links down below. Stay safe, stay green. Tomorrow again, 9 a.m. See you guys in the next one.